Safari Classic rally comes to an end this afternoon in Ukunda. 65 strivers took part in the competition. Let's now link up with our sports anchor and reporter Robinson Okenye on more. Good to see you, Robbie. It has been an interesting few days. Who has won?
Well, a very good afternoon to you, Grace. I remember we've been on the road for 9 days, each day, following the drivers to see who will win the 11th edition of the East Africa Safari Classic. And finally, Italian Eugenio Amos has been crowned as the winner of the 2023 edition of this rally, which is termed as the toughest in the world. Now, remember, he's recorded almost, or rather more than 14 hours on the road. And coming in second is the former champion, Baldev Chaga, who was 10 minutes behind the winner. And Chris Rosenberger, of course, from Canada, finishing third. And before I speak to one of the rally drivers, allow me to speak to Victor Odada from Safaricom. Remember, they have been among the sponsors of this event. Victor, mambo vipi?
Poa sana.
Yes, rally, I mean, have you followed the cars throughout the 9 days?
Yes, we have been following the cars, a bit hectic. Interestingly, yesterday was one of the most adventurous days with the way they got stuck towards the Nairobi Kiambu area. And now, with the finish, we are excited about this. I mean, the rally has been a big piece of Safaricom's DNA as moving forward, and we continue to support as best as we can.
Yes, you put in more than 6 million into this event. Why?
Well, it's about supporting Kenyans in terms of where Kenyans' passions are. I mean, rally has been Kenya's passion since most of us were born. I followed rally back in the days of John Voldigard, if you remember, yes. And Shakameta. And now we're grooming the whole scenario and the whole showcase as we build up to more rallies, and that's where Safaricom is all about. Getting Kenyans back into the spirit of rallying, the determination, being the hardest rally you have in Kenya right now, trying to also attract more and more participants and sponsors. And that's what Safaricom is about: delighting lives, giving Kenyans what the Kenyans want.
Thank you very much, Victor. So let's now speak to a man who's finished third on this competition, Chris Rosenberger from Canada, and his wife. I mean, when the rally started, after the first 4 days, they were not in the podium bracket. But, well, they have pushed it to the podium. Good afternoon, Chris. How are you?
Hi, we're good today, because as you just said, we were 34th after the first stage. So we were a long way back. I got stuck in the mud on the first day, maybe not used to it anymore, you know. Yes. And we moved back every day, more places, and on the final day, we made the podium.
Yes, your wife is here, and probably, is this the hardest rally that the two of you have been in? I know you are former champions, but is this year's rally the hardest you've been in?
Definitely. This year was very hard, very challenging, and it was rough. It was the conditions because of the water, the rain, everything changed every day. It was really rough.
Really rough. Chris, you've won it before. I mean, what makes you keep coming back to Kenya to take part in the rally?
We want to win it again. But the first time, you know, when we came 19, everything was new. And we took it quite easy, which was a good tactic, you know. But it was a lot easier. We had no punctures. We had no problems. This time on the rally, we had 5 punctures. We had some damage to the suspension. So we had to fix a lot on the car. And it was really difficult not getting stuck in the mud and finding the right way. But we did good enough to finish the podium. So,
yes, you said this year, your car, you decided to get a new car. Even the color is different so that Kenyans can identify you on the roads. Are you satisfied with the performance?
Oh, fantastic. The car was fantastic from day one till today. Everything that I didn't do to it worked. The only problems we had on the car was the damage that I did to the car. The team from Tatil did a fantastic job. The mechanics are the best in the world. They kept us going every day, and we had that big problem with damaged suspension. They fixed it and they kept us going. That's why we finished podium, because some other cars went out today.
And how do you manage to keep pushing him on to make sure that he gets to the podium?
I think I don't have to push him because he's pushy enough. Sometimes I have to stop him a little bit. But if he wants to push and it's necessary, I stay on his side and say, just go for it.
Well, thank you very much, Nicola and Chris, for finishing in the podium places.
And reporter Robinson Okenye, they're just giving us a brief over that particular impressive event. He'll be giving us a comprehensive report in our subsequent bulletins. More than one